What is good, guys, man? Thank y'all for tuning back into the channel. If you're new to the channel, man, go hit that sub button. And when you hit the sub button, hit the bell. And when you hit the bell, hit all notifications to be notified for every video that I drop, man. You know what I'm saying? And listen, I want y'all to comment down below as this video is going on, as this reaction is going on. I want to get y'all thoughts on what this guy is saying. You click the video because it's something you was interested in or something you may be going through. And as you can see by the title, man, how God saved him from corn. You know what I'm saying? And y'all know this world is over-sexualized, and sometimes the temptation can be very, very strong. Without further ado, let's go ahead and jump into the video.
12 verse 11. And they overcame him by the blood of the Lamb, and by the word of their testimony, and they did not love their lives to the death. This is my testimony. I was addicted to pornography, and God saved me. Now I'm going to keep this video as short as possible because that's how my usual videos are. But for you watching this, I want you to keep this in mind. This is not just about me. Even though I am speaking my testimony, I don't want you to focus just on me. I want you to reflect and focus on you. This is all about you and God. I'm going to keep this video as short as possible, but I'm going to make sure that I am completely transparent and not leave out any details. This all started when I was a kid. First or second grade, probably first grade. I was around 6 years old when I first discovered pornography. And so it happened.
Oh man, that made me think of my child, bro. You know what I'm saying? We gotta make sure, like, I don't know how he got around corn at that age, but ain't no way, man. You know what I'm saying? I watch my child and watch what he watch, you know, watch what he take in and whatnot. You know what I'm saying? I didn't realize corn until I was probably about 13, 12, whatever the case may be. You know what I'm saying? But dang, that made me, yeah, let's get back into it, bro.
When I was playing video games on a certain website, and of course there's ads, there's pop-ups. You know, one thing led to another. As a curious kid, I clicked on it, did more research, and I found out what the word porn is and what it consists of. And so indulging in this was pretty gradual as a little kid. Some years I stopped, some years I was, you know, just curious, just popped in my mind, so I would just take a look at it again. And then later on in middle school, it creeped back up on me, and it became an everyday thing. Every single morning before school, bam. And then moving on to high school, it was on and off because that's when I became a little more mature about things. Fast forward to pretty recently. Before I actually started making videos about God, I was gradually building my relationship with God. As I was making these self-improvement videos, I was getting closer and closer to God. And my window to my addiction became smaller and smaller. And it became to where I would commit that sin. I would watch porn every now and then. But that big wave of guilt just hits me. It became a cycle of sinning. God, forgive me. I'm sorry, I won't do it again. To God, forgive me. I did it again.
There'll be times when I would feel too ashamed to even speak to God, and I go long periods of time without ever praying or thinking of him. Man, you feel that way when you indulge in that, because as much as you want to quit and as much as you ask God for forgiveness, it's like one of the strongest sins out here that you keep going back to. So I understand how you're feeling. I've been through that, man. But let's get back into it.
That wave of guilt would just be so bad to the point where I would lose everything. I would stop everything that I was doing. I would stop my content. I would stop talking to my friends, my family. I would just cut everything off and just isolate myself. The guilt, the disgust I had for myself it was just unbearable. I was just disgusted. Even though I knew what was gonna happen while committing that sin, while watching that video, there came a point where I was just tired. Me, in that self-improvement era of my content, I understood what it means to be disciplined. I understood what it means to be serious about your goals. And so right then and there, I decided, you know what? It's time that I go all in on God, because I can't do this myself. No matter how hard I've tried, no matter how much willpower that I've had, that I tried pushing through myself, it always resulted in the same outcome. Me on my bed, disgusted with myself. Here's when we get into how my life turned around with God and what I actually did. Now, this wasn't something that happened overnight to where I prayed to God and then the next day I'm like, oh, not a porn addict anymore. I don't feel the urges. Let's get to it. Does not work that way. Main thing that I did was I surrendered my life to God. When you surrender your life to God, He gives you opportunities to make changes in your life. He gives you a path to a career that He wants you to pursue. He shows you traits and qualities about yourself that you may or may not know that inspire you to pick up a new hobby. What this is doing is all of this is replacing your bad habit with something new. All that time you would be spending watching that nasty, you know what I'm saying? You're working on yourself instead. How do you get rid of a bad habit? You replace it. You start pursuing God's purpose that He's called you to do. You start picking up new hobbies. All of this is not only keeping you occupied from the devil tempting you, but this is building character. As you begin to develop yourself and get closer to God, you start to change. Your interests start to change. You start becoming more of a man of God or woman of God. And that thought, that temptation, doesn't interest you no more. Whatever your addiction is, it wasn't overnight. I didn't just wake up one day addicted to porn. You didn't just wake up one day addicted to weed. It all started with one image. There's a quote that goes along with this concept, and it's, "The chains of habit are too small to be felt until they are too strong to be broken." There was a start to your addiction that didn't happen overnight. So that means there is a start to your salvation, to your walk with God and Him saving you. But the only difference is, with this one, your walk with God actually happens right in that second. Him saving you happens right in the second you seek Him. Mark chapter 4 verse 30. Your faith, you seeking God, is like a mustard seed. It is like a mustard seed which, when it is sown on the ground, is smaller than all of the seeds on earth. But when it is sown, it grows up and becomes greater than all herbs. You are not your past. You are how you respond to your past. And it doesn't start with you. It starts with God. This is my testimony, and I hope that this message is able to connect with those who need it. All credits to the Most High. God bless.
Salute to that guy, man. Salute to that guy. For anybody battling with corn, you know what I'm saying? I know exactly how you feel. I know how it is to struggle with yourself, to try to get away from it. You know what I'm saying? And I'm using my YouTube platform to promote God, to encourage. You know what I'm saying? It's not about money or whatever the case may be. It's not about popularity. You know, I feel like one of my main goals in life, one of my missions in life, is to encourage people, uplift people. I envision myself in front of a whole crowd, you know, being very, very happy to do God's work, man. And watching videos like this and watching people video themselves and giving their testimony that can help somebody out, you know, that brings joy to me. You know what I'm saying? And I encourage you that anybody that is going through this, man, is to, you know, fight that temptation, flee from that temptation. You know what I'm saying? It's very hard at first, but once you get used to it, it's going to be easy. And I'm not going to say that, you know, some temptations will come. You know, you'll see a pretty woman outside. Or for my women, you'll see a pretty man, a handsome man outside. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, that temptation might pop up in your head, but you got to be strong. You got to know what the main goal is. You got to know what the purpose is. You know, and you got to know that it is not cool with God. You got to know that it'll block you from your vision, block you from your purpose that God has for you when you're dealing with any sin. You know what I'm saying? But sexual sin is very, very popular these days, and it's normalized, and they're making it seem like it's okay, and it's not. It takes away a lot from you, a lot of energy from you. You know what I'm saying? But y'all comment down below exactly what y'all think about this video. And if you made it all the way to the end, put hashtag SSS Nation. Stay inspired. Stay motivated. Stay grinding. Till next video, I'm out of here. Peace.